Yes, my viewers and subscribers, a blessed Sunday evening to you all. Back at it again with another video. Thank you all for tuning in. Well, the rain had a lot to say today, my people. It was on and off, on and off, on and off. But guess what? The die-hearted West Indies supporters, they got something to smile about. Yes, they got something to celebrate today. West Indies walked away victorious in their second game of the series against Pakistan. So the series is now locked at one apiece. I want to say shout out to the players for going out there and getting the job done. We're going to be taking a look at the scorecard. Also, we're going to be talking a bit about a few things that happened during the game. So just give a listening ear. You can let me know your thoughts. Also, if you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel. Now, Captain Shea Hope finally secured the toss, my people. Finally. He asked Pakistan to bat, and, it worked out in our favor. Not only because we won the game, but, Pakistan had to be on and off the field because of rain. Now, the DLS method was used. My people. West Indies, we were given a target of 181 for victory. We had to do so in 35 overs. Now, earlier Pakistan, they got 171, in 171 for 7. West Indies getting across the line there with 5 wickets to spare and also 10 balls. So, shout out to the guys. Now, before I walk through the scorecard, let me just say this. I didn't get a chance to see the latter stages of the game. When Justin Graves and Raston Chase, came together, I saw a bit of it, and then my feed went down. So I can speak to everything that happened prior to that. But after that, I was basically just following the scorecard. So we'll talk about it a bit. Now, the West Indies bowlers, my people, I want to say I am really proud of them. Pakistan, they started off well. They started off the power play okay. They didn't lose any wickets until I think it was when they had 37 runs on the board. But guess what? Our seamers, they decided to stick with the plan. They stayed with the plan, and it paid off in the long run. Right? Jaden Seals picked up the first couple of wickets, and from there, we were able to sort of pin them down a bit. As I said, the rain basically meant that the players had to leave the field a couple of times. But, all in all, I want to say kudos to the bowlers. So, 171 for 7. Ayub, he was bowled by Jaden Seals. He was removed by Jaden Seals. It was a catch by Justin Graves. He actually made 23. Shafiq 26. Further down in the middle, we saw Hassan Nawaz getting 36 not out, right? So he basically led the way there for them. Now, let's just take a look at the bowling for West Indies. Jaden Seals, he had 3 for 23 from 7. Yes, 3 for 23 from 7. Blades had 1 for 46 from 7. Shamar Joseph, 1 for 27 from 7. Gudi Kishmoti, 1 for 31 from 8. Justin Greaves bowled 2 overs for 16 runs. Raston Chase, 1 for 26 from 6. Raston Chase, my people, ended up being the player of the match. So he picked up 1 wicket here, and he also guided, he was also there at the end with Justin Greaves when we got across the line, right? So Raston Chase basically marshaled things in the back end there, right? So basically showed his class. He had enough balls in the bank. He had a lot of time. So he went out there, got himself in, and basically led the way to make sure that the team got across the line, right? Doing Raston Chase style, not necessarily going out there and trying to hit 3 or 4 sixes off 3 bars or 4 bars. Having time to basically get himself in, get set, and then made sure that we got across the line. Now, where our batting is concerned, my people, what we saw again was a couple of dismissals that, we definitely want to see guys improve on those things, For example, we remember how Brandon King got out in the first game. Today again, some people might say that it was a good ball, but what I saw was a batsman caught in two minds, right? He went out there, he didn't really go at the ball, or he didn't leave the ball, and the ball was moving around. So it just basically took the bat that was halfway hanging there, and he was removed. Evan Lewis, he made 7. King made 1. Evan Lewis got a good one, right? Casey Carty, 16. Shea Hope, 32. Sheffield Rutherford. Basically, when he came to the wicket, I was thinking that, it's a good time for him to just spend some time out there and basically bat himself back into some nick, right? Man decided to go at the bowling, and he smashed 45 from 33 with 4 fours and 3 sixes to basically give us some sort of you could say some sort of control over the game, right? So he did that. Reston Chase ended up getting 49 not out from 47, 4 fours and 2 sixes. He marshaled things at the back end there, my people. As I said, I didn't get a chance to see, Chase and Greaves and how things finish up. But based on the score, I was following the scorecard. And, I have to say hats off to Chase for coming in at the time when he did. Basically settled down, dropped anchor, decided that he would see the game home, right? We know he has that ability when he has a lot of balls and stuff in store. So, shout out to him. Justin Graves played a very good part, 26 from 31, not out with 1-6. So the batsmen, they did what was asked of them. They were asked to get 181, right? And they were able to do that with 5 wickets in hand, right? So we have to say congratulations to the players. It starts somewhere, definitely starts somewhere. Hassan Ali, my people, he looked dangerous in the early part, right? He picked up 2 for 35. Now has got 2 for 17. So those were the two guys there for Pakistan. I mean, in the middle overs, especially when Casey Carty and Shea Hope were out there, things sort of slowed down a bit, my people. Yeah, man, Casey Carty and Shea Hope. I mean, Shea Hope was still there trying to do his thing, but, Carty ended up getting 16 from 42, right? It was very, very difficult. It was difficult. We weren't rotating the strike as much as we would like, so I'm sure that is something that coach Sammy and, Fly Reefer is a batting coach. I'm sure that is something that Sammy will, Fly Reefer, I'm sure that's something that Fly Reefer will be looking at, right? But I just want to say it's good to get a victory. Definitely good to get a victory. This video is right after the victory, my people. So probably tomorrow or so we'll look at things more in depth. We just wanted to come and give a quick highlight because a lot of people don't get a chance to watch the game. So we do this highlight and let everybody know what's going on. So West Indies leveling the series. Hopefully we can go and win the 3rd game to basically win the series. It's been 34 years since we've won an ODI series against Pakistan. Let us see if we can secure this series. But as I said, if you watch the game, you would see that there are still a lot of things that we need to brush up on. But once again, a creditable performance, especially from the bowlers. The batsmen, they got a target and they worked towards the target, right? We got to it with 10 balls to spare. So a couple of things we can talk about, or we're going to see if we can enjoy the victory in the Sunday evening now. Big up.